Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Julie, and as you can see, today we are filming from my courtyard. I've been spending so much time at home tending to both my indoor and outdoor gardens. I wanted to dedicate this video primarily to my succulents. As you can see, this succulent plant is not doing so hot. Healthy succulent plants are usually very vibrant, it's super green, it's lush, and they have these tight little rosettes. Judging from this plant alone, you can see that it's all stretched out, it's pale green in color, and the correct terminology for it is etiolated. What does etiolated mean? An etiolated plant means that it's pale due to its lack of sunlight. It can be drawn out and stretched out because it's looking for an adequate source of sunlight. So in this video, I will show you how to fix these stretched succulents and bring them back to life. Upon closer inspection, you'll see that all of these tiny rosettes are completely spaced out. The leaves have turned lighter in color. They used to be this fresh, vibrant green, and you'll actually see that the petals and the leaves stretch out because it's looking for more sunlight. In some instances, when not remedied, they will completely stretch out looking for a source of light. When you look at it from afar, it actually looks pretty cool. Upon closer inspection, you'll understand that the leaves and the stem are actually thirsty for some more light and water. The reason why these succulents do this is the leaves are spaced out so that every single piece of stem and leaf can get more light to its plant. It's such a cool way of Mother Nature telling you that the plant is in distress. Succulents need a minimum of 4 to 6 hours of bright light per day. So if you see your succulents in stress, you absolutely have to move them to a location that receives a little bit more sunlight. In order to save the plant, we are first going to need to deconstruct it and then repot it. So clearly you can see that this succulent is not only etiolated, it's actually overgrown its original pot. You'll know this because the roots are almost bulging out of its original pot and all of the stems are branching out to reach more light. When you have a stem that's completely etiolated like this, there's no longer a rosette, you can actually cut this entire stem off and you'll be discarding this piece. In this case, you can actually see that this rosette is still pretty much intact. All we have to do is snip the top off of it. We'll throw this portion away. And if I left it here in its pot, it'll actually grow back out. However, since the succulent has outgrown its pot, I actually just want to cut the stem off and repot it with all of these new rosettes. You can pick and discard some of the dry pieces off, but the rest can be saved. I know this is looking really sad right now, but don't worry, this succulent plant is going to revive itself miraculously. All I have to do is leave it in light and make sure that I water it every couple of weeks. Our next step is to propagate these remaining stems. Now that we've cleaned off all of the etiolated leaves and the ones that are really pale green in color, we're able to regrow it, propagate new stems, and bring it back to its original splendor. You'll need to purchase cactus soil to repot these succulents. I like to mix the cactus soil with additional perlite just so that it has adequate drainage. After you're done mixing the potting soil and perlite, you want to leave about a 1-inch lip to the top of the rim. Typically, after you cut a succulent plant, in order to repropagate it, you have to leave it out in the sun so that it scabs and heals itself. Open wounds can rot the plant if it absorbs too much water too quickly. However, in this instance, you could see that my original succulent plant was almost bone dry. In this case, I'll be repotting them immediately. However, I won't be watering it to another week or so it has a little bit more time to heal. You can see that the original pot and the new pot is almost about the same size, and clearly we have a ton of rosettes left. The original succulent plant has outgrown its pot. I need to divide it up into 2 pots so it has more room to grow. So we have finally finished repotting all of our rosettes and it's looking so good right now. Just make sure that you wait another week or so before watering them. Etiolated succulents come in all shapes and sizes. You'll see this particular succulent, it used to be a tight little rosette, really beautiful, vibrant green leaves. And now you can see the leaves are stretching on its stem just because it's looking for more light. I'll be repotting this succulent as well, and the first thing that I want to do is cut it off from its original stem. Technically, I could leave it together and just propagate these leaves, but I think that I want it to grow a little bit more compact and give it a little bit more room to breathe. Healthier succulents have a super green, vibrant stem. Sometimes it releases some sap, and then you'll want to clean that up right away. You can even propagate these stems and create brand new rosettes, which is what we'll be doing. So you want to discard the leaves that are really dry, wilted, because even if you try to propagate a brand new stem, you want to start with healthy leaves. And the rest of these succulents look great, so I'll be setting this aside and just letting it grow right in this pot. Now you have all of these individual leaves, and you can actually repropagate brand new succulent plants just from these leaves. All you'll do is lay the leaves right on top of the soil, and in about 1 week, they'll sprout brand new roots, which you can then repot. So all of these little leaves are going to become brand new succulent plants. I hope you guys enjoyed this video on how to fix those stretch succulents that are growing in your garden. They're simply crying out for more sunlight, so after you've repotted all your plants, make sure that you gradually move them to a location that receives about 4 to 6 hours of bright sunlight per day. And in about a few short weeks, you can watch your garden grow. I know this is a departure from our typical indoor home decor interior design tips, but I love to garden, guys. You know my indoor jungalow is all about my fiddle leaf figs, and my outdoor garden is all about these beautiful succulents. If you like this type of content, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Comment below if you have any questions when it comes to growing your indoor or outdoor garden, and make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.